Sounds like a win to me. I don't know. Yeah, it's frustrating. Obviously, you put up those numbers on the board, and your team shoots almost 55%, almost 50 from three, out rebounds their opponents 100% from the line. Those stats are usually good enough to beat most teams, and it wasn't tonight. And give Oregon credit because they came back with a really, really explosive second half. I thought we had things going our way in the first half, and we jumped out, and that was our half. But they came back and obviously did a good job on Brooks first half, did a good job on Taylor, and those guys came out and had big second halves, and they had some tough shots.
Yeah, what was the difference on Ryan in the second half? He never seemed to really get going until it was kind of too late.
Well, I think part of that's on us, and part of it's on Oregon. I think it's a little of both. That Oregon did a good job. We had to knock down. They locked down pretty well inside, and our focus. We probably got a little bit too perimeter oriented a little bit in the second half, and I thought we could have done a little better job getting it in and at least getting to the foul line. As you can see, we're pretty good if we can get to the foul line, and we got to do a better job getting there. And I thought we were trying, so that we just have to do a better job. We really got to come up just a little tougher.
I feel like you were on your heels a little bit after they made that run, and you got down by 8, and the crowd was getting you.
Yeah, I think that stretch hurt us. It's a couple things. Transition defense. We let up in the second half in transition defense. That was a big key. Whether it was our turnover or a shot, we didn't get back, and I think in transition we didn't stop the ball in transition as well as we have to, and Oregon took advantage of that. And obviously they're playing some numbers, and they're playing a couple more guys, and so we have to stay solid and do a better job, getting the ball stopped in transition. I thought, and we also allowed some penetration in the second half, but by the same token, give Oregon credit. They made some big shots tonight, and you can see some of the frustration. I thought we had some contested shots out there, and we got them down on the shot clock a number of times today, and they still came up big at the end of the shot clock. And if some of those shots don't go down, it's probably now a little different basketball game.
But you're seeing a big improvement this year in Aaron Brooks, not just tonight, but just elsewhere.
Well, I think Aaron's, you can see the confidence, and you can see his team playing off of him. He makes plays when he has to make plays, and he's got some guys around him that are taking a little bit of the load off. But the confidence factor is there with Oregon. The experience factor, let's not forget that. They've got some guys that are awfully, who are, they're veterans now. That's what they are. They're not one-year guys. 4 of our top 6 are freshmen, and I love our guys, but they're young still, and they're learning, and they're pretty good. I'm not trading them. They're pretty good guys, but these guys have been now through this league like Allende Obaka's been through this league, and when you've been through this league, it makes a difference. And we battle them even with that. Thought we battle them, and we've obviously played Oregon pretty well. And I thought we played them pretty well today, but they just made some big plays in the second half that really hurt us.
A couple of Oregon guys were saying it was almost like playing themselves, similar teams. Did you get that sense?
Yeah, the first half. I mean, if you weren't coaching, you'd probably enjoy that. If you're a fan, but as a coach, you're always trying to figure out ways. Ernie's trying to figure out what to do to stop us, and I'm sure he's scratching his head midway through the first half, and then it was my turn in the second half. Now I'm figuring out what do we need to do to stop. We needed to really get some stops against Oregon in the second half, and we didn't. I'm sure they were trying to get stops on us in the first half, and they didn't. It was kind of a tale of two halves today.
Coach, you go to all these road games in the Pac-12, and they're all seem to be difficult venues. Where would you rank MacArthur Court?
Well, I think I'd have to put Mac Court up there with any place we've played. It's a great place, but then again, our team has done well here, so that's kind of a interesting way to look at it. I think every place. I thought the first half, we kept the crowd and we kept that at bay, really. In the second half, I think a couple of runs got their team going. And sometimes it's not just getting, the opposing team rattled. Sometimes it works in the advantage of getting the home team going. And I mean, not sometimes, oftentimes. And, I think McCourt's always done that. We think Haas does that as well. We both feel we have pretty good venues. And I think Ernie would probably agree with that as well. And our job is to make sure he does when he comes back to our place.
Have you faced a team this year that has that many guys?
No, I was really impressed. I just got off our radio show and I was talking about how this is a team where 5 guys come up in double figures, and the balance was excellent for their team. It's not about stopping 1 or 2 guys. We did stop 2 of their major guys in the first half, but other guys stepped up and hit shots. Gucci comes off the bench, he makes some shots, and big fella gets a couple inside looks, and I thought they just did a good job of getting opportunistic scores, whether it be in transition, end of a clock. Different guys stepped up. It wasn't about one guy. I couldn't point to one guy in Oregon's team. I would have to say it took their 5 guys and everybody on their team to beat us today. I hope that's something we can learn. That's a great learning tool. Just like we put 4 guys in double figures. Omar Wilkes goes for a big game, and Inde solid game. Ryan, Theo career high. I mean, those are things you want to get. And so they were 1 more guy in double figures than us, and that might have been a difference in the game. But we'll take that any game. We can get 4 guys spreading double figures. We're going to win some games this year.
You're almost at the midway point of the season, and now do you see any really surprises in the Pac-10 race?
I don't know. Nothing in the league really surprises me in terms of. We think everybody's good. I think everybody's good in this league. I don't put the teams at the bottom as poor teams. The teams at the top, they're locked now to win games just because they're at the top. This league is very dangerous, and what happens, early, you got to stay with it. And some teams are going to stay with it, some teams may not, and it's going to be a balanced league coming up. But I think everybody in this league has proven that they can compete at a very high level. It is as competitive as I've seen it, and if Oregon's number 9. Or 10, we're one of the teams, and other teams who can play Oregon have to feel like, hey, we're in the mix fighting too. This is how good this league is, and that's great. Oregon and UCLA so far have proven to be at the top, and they've earned that. But I think the teams that have challenged those 2 teams, are earning it as well, and they're knocking at the door. So that's kind of where the league is right now.
So there's really no team that's really head and shoulders.
No, I think again, Oregon and UCLA are the 2 teams right now that have put themselves to top. Washington State has been awfully good. I would put those 3 teams of the teams that have established themselves as at this point of the top 3 teams as in terms of their performance and what they've accomplished. But I think most of you would probably agree that they're playing awfully well right now, all 3 teams. But I think Stanford shows you what they could do. We've had some success. I think we're capable, and I believe Washington's going to get things together before it's over. I could say about USC had some. USC coming in here and winning. What a great win that is. So our whole conference is really competitive.